Hello kiddos, I hope you guys are doing well. This video lesson we're going to be talking about claim, evidence, and reasoning. But first there's a couple of things I need to go over. Again, this is for geoscience on February the 9th and February the 10th. Okay, so first off, there's no school Monday the 21st of February 2022. Miss Callisto is now Miss Segori. She got married, so that is how you say her last name there, Segori. And reminder, we have 5 days to retake summative exams. All right, totally dropped myself off the screen there, so I can't see myself, but we'll live. Okay, so I am not going to worry about that right now. Basically, I am starting to do more video lessons because while I'm up and I notice when I'm doing live lessons, I have too many students that are just sitting there just plugging away on their phones, and I feel like I'm just burning time. So I'm flipping the responsibility to you all to actually watch the video lessons like you're supposed to. All right, so today we're going to review something that you guys are familiar with. First, I need you all to start writing in complete sentences. Okay, a lot of you do this really well. A lot of you don't. All right, I'd say it's about half and half. But when you're answering questions on an exam or even in just assignments or just in general, write in a complete sentence. Don't just write something like, "it be like that," or something, okay? Write in complete sentences. You need to get in the habit of doing that. You need to get in the habit of doing a spelling and grammar check, okay? That's something you guys really need to work on, all right? If you're not sure if your spelling and grammar are good, take whatever you have and copy and paste it into a Word document, okay? This is easy to get to. When you are in Google, you just go to the waffle. Let me see here. I don't know if I can reach it behind here. Maybe. All right, you can go into Google, and it'll probably take a little bit just because I'm trying to show you this. Okay, so you go into Google, go to the waffle here, go to documents. Very easy. Open a document. Paste whatever it is. I just copied and pasted this right out of here, as you can see. And then you go here to tools, spelling and grammar check. And obviously that isn't correct, but you can sit there and do a spelling and grammar check. So you guys really need to start plugging away at doing that, all right? It's a small atomic daily habit you need to develop that'll help you tremendously in the long run, okay? Write in complete sentences, do a spelling and grammar check, okay? Okay, so on to claim, evidence, reasoning. So I'm going to have you guys actually do this part in class, so you should have done that already. So that was your one you did on your own, but I'm going to show you an example now, okay? My claim is that my daughter, Zoe, loves Little Caesars pizza, okay? So what is my evidence that Zoe loves Little Caesars pizza? Well, first off, there is a photo of Zoe trying to get at a Little Caesars pizza that I brought home for her. Pretty much every other Friday I bring her a Little Caesars pizza, okay? I was doing it every week, but it started getting expensive. All right, but anyway, Zoe loves Little Caesars pizza. So there is an image of that. This is a charge on my debit card from Little Caesars pizza. So my claim is that my daughter loves Little Caesars pizza. My evidence is I have lots of photos of her eating pizza, and I also have lots of debit card charges of where I bought Little Caesars pizza for Zoe. All right, so what's my reasoning? Reasoning can be difficult. Reasoning is the part that usually trips students up, but all reasoning is why your evidence supports your claim, okay? So why would this evidence support my claim that Zoe loves Little Caesars pizza, okay? So my reasoning would be like, well, why would I have all of these photos of Zoe eating Little Caesars pizza? And why would I have all of these charges on my debit card if my claim was not true? Okay? So I've just given you my claim, my evidence, and my reasoning. All right? It's that simple. All right? Claim, evidence, reasoning. Reasoning is just why your evidence supports your claim. All right? It can be kind of the hardest part to write out and develop, but once you get it down, it's really not that difficult. All right. So on a side note, I just want you all to know that you all as kids get more expensive the older you get. Please ask your parents if that's true. Ask your parent, guardian, whoever you live with. they're going to be like, yep, you guys get more expensive the older you get, okay? All right, so it's just a little bit of humor for you. Anyway, so now we're going to move on to a more scientific claim evidence reasoning, all right? So we're going to do something scientific, though. All right, so my claim is that gravity is based on mass. All right, we didn't get real into gravity when we were in space science, but mass, remember mass is just how much stuff something has, okay? So think of, you have a beach ball and you have a bowling ball, and they are the same size, same circumference, same volume, okay? But which one weighs more? Bowling ball, right? Why? Because it has more mass and it has more stuff in it, okay? So gravity is based on mass, all right? So that's my claim. What is my evidence? Well, the more mass something has, the more of a gravitational pull it has, all right? So we as humans have less mass than the Earth. The Earth is made up of more mass than we are, so that is why we are gravitationally pulled towards it, okay? If you want to refute that, feel free to jump off the balcony outside of the room, all right? But otherwise, yes, humans are drawn to the planet because we have less mass than the Earth, okay? Now, another piece of evidence is how the moon is less massive than the Earth, and that is why the moon rotates around the Earth in orbit, okay? Why it stays in orbit versus just crashing into the Earth, that's a whole other discussion on space-time, okay? But that is why the Earth goes around the moon, because it has less mass. Now, moving even further out, the Earth moves around the sun. Why? Because the sun has a tremendous amount of mass, as you can see in this little photo here, which I'm not sure how accurate it is, but yes, the Earth is tiny. It's nothing compared to the sun. So that is why the Earth and all these other planets in our solar system orbit around the sun, because the sun has more mass and thus has more of a gravitational pull. Now, moving even further out, if you look at our galaxy, the Milky Way, we are just one little solar system in the Milky Way, and there's a supermassive black hole in the middle, and guess what? Our solar system rotates around that black hole because that black hole is supermassive and has a lot more mass than our sun and all of the planets put together, okay? So that is my claim and my evidence that gravity is based on mass, okay? All right, so my reasoning, why would we as humans who have less mass be drawn to the Earth instead of the moon if it wasn't true that gravity is based on mass, okay? So I could go through the whole thing there, but basically that's why my evidence supports my claim, all right? Now, and why would the moon be drawn to the Earth? Why would the Earth orbit the sun? If my claim wasn't true about gravity being based on mass, then why would all of this occur, okay? And why would we have all this scientific documentation and measurements, just like this formula over here, that have all worked out to be true, and Newton's laws of gravity and all that, if my evidence did not support my claim, okay? All right, so next thing I need to go over with you guys is what is an obvious hint that someone's claim or evidence is not genuine, because you are going to hear a lot of claims. You can use claim evidence reasoning with all sorts of things. It doesn't have to just be with science. It can be with something like what is the best color for a car, just like I showed you guys earlier, okay? But anytime somebody makes a claim and they claim they have evidence to support their claim, you need to check their sources, okay? Are their sources genuine? What are their sources? All right, so sources need to be provided. As an example, think of it this way. If your friend in class, or say your friend, I don't know, Julie in second period told you that there is no school next Monday, well, is that an accurate claim, okay? What is Julie's source, all right? Does Julie show you a source, or did she just say, oh, I heard it from another friend in sixth period, okay? Now, let's say that Miss Lovell, the school principal, tells you that there is no school on the same day, which is next Monday, all right? Now, would you be more inclined to believe Miss Lovell or your friend Julie, all right? Probably Miss Lovell, because Miss Lovell is the head of the school, okay? And Miss Lovell would probably show you the CCSD calendar that shows we officially don't have school. So, again, that is just a small example of why you need to check your sources, okay? Are your sources relevant, current, authoritative? In other words, who is the author of that source? Are they accurate? You guys are picking up what I'm putting down, I'm sure, okay? All right, so in science and math, we use the claim evidence reasoning process a lot. So remember I was talking with you guys early in the year. What is the difference between physical science and math versus most other subjects that we learned about? What do you guys think it is? You guys remember us talking about the color of a car, what's the best color for a car? Can you prove it? Versus, say, a math problem you work out or a chemical equation. Can you prove that? Okay? So in math and science, it's not about what you believe, it's about what you can prove. All right? That's kind of what we were focusing on, remember? Okay? And a lot of other subjects like English, a lot of your social sciences, not them as much, but especially a lot of your more arts-based classes, it's more subjective. It's based on who you ask, okay? Based on their opinion, all right? So we have objective and subjective evidence, okay? So objective evidence, this is the best illustration I could find, but basically like this guy is saying he has a pain in his back, okay? Now, whether or not he actually does, here on the left, that is subjective evidence. He says there is a pain, but the doctor can't see it, all right? But on the right, it is objective evidence. He says, hey, there's a pain in my back, and he sees a big knife stuck in his back, okay? So this is objective evidence, okay? It can't really be refuted, all right? It's right there in front of you. So that's the difference between objective evidence versus subjective evidence. Subjective evidence is based more on a point of view, whereas objective evidence can be tested and measured, okay? Think of it that way. All right, so in the claim evidence reasoning structure, again, it can be used for lots of different debates. It actually gives you a way to add structure to a debate, because I'm sure you all have been in a debate or heard an argument or a disagreement where people don't really reach certain points. They just kind of continue in a circle and it never goes anywhere, okay? So the CER, that is actually a good way to map out a claim. Whether you're making a claim or somebody else is, you make the claim, then you have the evidence and the reasoning, okay? So just like this mind map here, if you have an idea, you make a claim, then you support it with evidence, and then you have reasoning, okay? All right, so let's see here. So again, you know, in science is a constantly evolving field. It's not something we have everything all figured out on. If anybody says that, they are definitely fooling themselves, because we learn new things every day. All right, just think about how advanced the technology has moved forward just in the last 10 years, how much it's moved forward in the last 100 years, okay? How much will science advance in its technology in the next even 10 to 100 years, okay? So by the time you guys are my age, there'll be a lot of things that you'll be like, wow, I never would have thought that would have existed, okay? So again, science, we always have to be open-minded to new discoveries, okay? However, with those new discoveries, we have to follow the claim, evidence, reasoning, and the scientific process, okay? Is it a solid question? Can it be researched? It has to be testable, okay? It has to be something that everyone can test, and it has to have independent and dependent variables, okay? So again, remember, in science and math, it's not about what you believe, it's about what you can prove, okay? All right, and I'm trying to speed this along because I know your all's attention span is short. All right, so what I need you all to do for today, I need you to write a few complete sentences with correct spelling and grammar in the assignment that I'm going to give you. So I should have opened that up. Let me see here. My bad on not having it opened up. Sorry, it's right here. Okay, so this is what you are going to do. And yes, you have to do your own work. You cannot do this as a group. You have to do this your own solo activity. And no, you cannot share information, okay? You got to do your own. All right, it's time to step up, take responsibility for yourself, do your own work, all right? So there are 3 CER exercises on here, okay? 3. You are going to write a claim, back it up with some evidence, and back it up with some reasoning. Remember to write incomplete sentences and do a spelling and grammar check, okay? It's not that difficult. All right? So, first one, CER 1. This one I thought you guys might have some fun with. What is the best color for a car while living in Las Vegas? So make a claim. The best color is yellow. State your evidence. What is your evidence? Then state your reasoning. So remember, make a claim, state some evidence, and then give a reasoning. Reasoning is simply why your evidence supports your claim, okay? Have as much fun as you want to with the first one, okay? Second one, this one's a math problem, okay? Just work out this problem, solve for X, okay? You need help with this problem, come up and see me, I'll help you out. But most of you guys have been through Algebra 1, it's simple. You know, just what you do to one side, you got to do the other. Solve for X. The opposite of multiplication is division. The opposite of addition is subtraction, okay? So solve for X and then make a claim. X equals whatever the answer is. What is your evidence and what is your reasoning, okay? That one should be simple because, again, that's something you can prove easy. Third one. This one is one you're going to have to put the most work into, okay? All right, so watch the following video and then read the clip. So this video right here, I linked it in there for you. Oh, let's see. So it is on the Flint water crisis. And again, this is something that you guys should be familiar with. Oh, sorry. Okay, there we go. So you all are going to watch this video that ever loads for... All right. So this one right here, if you need to look it up, just Google Flint's water crisis explained in 3 minutes, okay? So watch this video, read this article, then make a claim. What was the cause of the Flint water crisis? Make your claim about what it was. Then state your evidence. Then state your reasoning, okay? So there's 3 parts to each part of this, okay? Claim, evidence, reasoning for all 3. Write and complete sentences, and do a spelling and grammar check, okay? This one is worth a lot of points because it takes a lot more effort, okay? And yes, it is summative. All right, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will help you out the best I can. Other than that, if you have any questions and we need to retake the exam or have any questions about other assignments, let me know. Thank you and have a good day.